Hello students, today we are going to see subject English grammar lesson 6 pronouns. I. Here you can see a woman, right? Radha is a woman. Here you can see a woman, her name is Radha and she is speaking. Radha is a woman. If I speak about myself, I will use here pronoun I. So in place of Radha, we will use here I, and with I always come am. I am a woman. Okay. Radha is a teacher. Here in place of Radha, we will use here I, subject. Okay. Radha is at the beginning of the sentence, so it is subject. So here in place of Radha, we will use here I pronoun because here I am speaking about myself, Radha. Okay, Radha is a teacher. I am a teacher. 3 number, Radha is very kind. Here use word I because here I am speaking about myself. And here Radha name is at the beginning of the sentence on the subject place. So if we want to speak about myself, if I speak about myself, I will use pronoun I. Okay, Radha is very kind. Answer is I am very kind. Okay, if I speak about myself, person who are speaking, for them we will use word I. Okay, and with I always come am. If noun is on subject place, we will use word I. If I am speaking about myself, then I will use pronoun I. I is subject. Me. If I am speaking about myself, I will use me. Me is object. I is subject. Okay, if my name is on subject place, I will use I. But if my name is on object place, I will use me. See a picture. This class belongs to Radha teacher. Okay. Here I am speaking. This class belongs to Radha teacher. I am Radha teacher. So this class belongs to me. You can see here Radha is on object place. Right? Radha is coming after verb. So it is on object place. So this class belongs to me. Object will come. Right? Here I will not use word I. Here I will not use pronoun I because Radha name is on object place after verb. Okay. So here object will come me. Me is object. These pants belong to Radha teacher. Students, here also you can see Radha teacher name is on object place after verb. Right? So here what it will come? These pants belong to belong to me. Okay, in place of Radha teacher, I will use here pronoun me. Me is object. Okay, and object always come after verb. Look at the picture. These charts belong to Radha teacher. Okay, this chart is belong to Radha teacher. These charts belong to me. Radha teacher is on object place. So these charts belong to me. Okay, me is object. Mine. Mine pronoun shows possession. Possession of something. You can see here. Here you can see a picture. Her name is Radha. These books are of Radha teacher. These books are of Radha teacher. These books are mine. Mine pronoun shows possession. It's Radha teacher book, right? These books are mine. She can speak, these books are mine. She can't speak, these books are yours, because these books are Radha teacher. These books are of Radha teacher. Okay, these books are of Radha teacher. Whose books are these? Radha teacher. So here I will use pronoun mine. Mine pronoun shows possession. These books are mine. Okay, I am a Radha teacher and these books are mine. Bag, right? This purse is of Radha teacher. Whose purse is this? Radha teacher. It's mine, right? This purse is mine. In place of Radha teacher, I am using here pronoun mine. It shows possession of purse, right? This purse is mine. Keys. These keys are of Radha teacher. Whose keys are these? Radha teacher. It's mine. These keys are mine. Right? It's my key. It's mine. These keys are mine. Mine word shows possession of keys. We. Here we use word we for the person who are speaking. In we, I plus others will include. It is plural. I is singular, right? I am speaking, right? I is singular, but we is plural. In we, I and others also include. Means person who are speaking, that also include in we. Here you can see picture of boys. This boy name is Raj. This boy name is Rohan. This boy name is Mit. Right? Raj, Rohan, Meet. They are speaking. Raj, Rohan and Meet are friends. Here, Raj, Rohan and Meet. In place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we use here pronoun we. He is speaking. This Raj is speaking. Raj, Rohan and Meet are friends. Means the person who are speaking and others also including we. So we are friends. Okay. In place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we use pronoun we. We are friends. Okay, we is subject. We is subject. So it will come at the beginning of the sentence. Here you can see Raj, Rohan and Meet go to the school together. Okay, here he is speaking Raj, Rohan and Meet go to school together. So in place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we will come. We go to school together. We is subject. So it will come at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. Raj, Rohan and Meet play together. Raj, Rohan and Meet play together. In place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we will use here pronoun we. Because he is speaking, Raj, Rohan and Meet play together. So in place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we will use here pronoun we. We play together. We is subject. It will come at the beginning of the sentence. So the person who are speaking and others also include in we pronoun. Okay, in we pronoun, we in we pronoun, I and others also include, means person who are speaking and others also include in we. So we is plural. Okay, us. Us is object. We is subject, but us is object. Here you can see picture of books. These books belong to Raj, Rohan and Meet. These books belong to us. See here Raj is speaking. These books belong to Raj, Rohan and Meet. These books belong to us. Here Raj, Rohan and Meet are on object place. So here object will come, us. These books belong to us. Us is object. Here Raj is speaking. So here us will come. Okay, the person who was speaking and others also include in we. We is subject but us is object, and here Raj, Rohan and Meet are on object place. So here us will come. Lunch boxes. These lunch boxes belong to Raj, Rohan and Meet. These lunch boxes belong to us. Here Raj is speaking. These lunch boxes belong to us because Raj, Rohan and Meet names are on object place. So here the person who are speaking and others also include. So word we will use, but here Raj, Rohan and Meet are on object place. So here object us will come. Okay. bottles. These water bottles belong to Raj, Rohan and Meet. These water bottles belong to us. Okay, the person who was speaking and others also include. So here we will use here object us because Raj, Rohan and Meet word is on object place. Ours. Ours word shows possession. Ours word shows possession. Okay. The person who are speaking and others also include in word ours. Books. These books are of Raj, Rohan and Mit. These books are ours. Here Raj is speaking. These books are ours. Whose books are these? Raj, Rohan and Mit. So in place of Raj, Rohan and Meet, we will use here pronoun ours. Here ours word shows possession of books. Okay. Here you can see a picture of parents. Raj, Rohan and Meet's parent. These parents are of Raj, Rohan and Meet. Okay. These parents are ours. Here ours word shows possession of parents. Okay. Whose parents are these? Raj, Rohan and Meet. So these parents are ours. Pencils. These pencils are of Raj, Rohan and Meet. These pencils are ours. Students, here Raj, Rohan and Meet are are students. Here, whose pencil are these? Whose pencils are these? Raj, Rohan and Meet. So, ours word shows possession of pencils. Okay. Here the person who was speaking and other also include. So we will use here word ours and ours word shows possession of things, pencils. Okay. These pencils are ours. You begin. Raj, stand up. Here the person who are listening. For them we will use here word you. Okay, for one person we will use here word you. For many person also we can use word you. Okay, here we are speaking about Raj. Raj, stand up. Here Raj is listener. Okay, so in place of Raj, we will use here pronoun you. You stand up. Okay, Raj is on subject place. So, you will come. You is subject. You is subject. Y should be capital. Okay. Books. Raj, bring the books. Here Raj is listener. Someone is speaking and telling to Raj, Raj, bring the books. Here Raj is listener. So for Raj, we use pronoun you. Raj is on subject place. So here you subject will come. Why should be capital? You bring the books. Papers. Raj collect the papers. Here Raj is listener. Raj is on subject place. So here subject you will come in place of Raj. You collect the papers. Okay. The person who are listening, for that person we will use here word you. Okay, for one person we use here word you, and for many person we use here word you. You is pronoun. You plural. As I have told, you word we can use for plural. Plural means for many persons. Raj and Rohan. Raj and Rohan stand up. Here two person are there. Two boys are there. Raj and Rohan. Raj and Rohan are listener. So here we will use you pronoun in place of Raj and Rohan. Raj and Rohan stand up. In place of Raj and Rohan we will use here pronoun you. You stand up. Okay. So for one person who are listener, for them we will use word you. Books. Raj and Rohan bring the books. Here Raj and Rohan are listener. Okay, they are listening. Bring the books. So in place of Raj and Rohan, we will use here pronoun you. Raj and Rohan are on subject place. So here subject you will come. You bring the books. Okay. So for one person, we will use word you. The person who are listening. For that person, we will use word you. And if many persons are there, for them also we will use here word you. We will use here pronoun you if they are listener. Okay. Raj and Rohan collect the papers. In place of Raj and Rohan, we will use here word you. You collect the papers. Okay. Students, if listener is on subject place, we will use here pronoun you. Okay. Why should be capital? Because it is on the beginning of the sentence. And for one person, we will use here word you if he or she is listener. And for many persons, we will use here word you if they are listener. Okay. You and. Here, you word shows object. This bag belongs to Raj. Here Raj is listener, right? And Raj name is coming after verb. So here Raj word is object. So here we will use here object you in place of Raj. This bag belongs to you. Why should be in small letter? This bag belongs to you. Okay. The person who are listening, that comes after the verb, then object you will come. Teacher likes Raj and Rohan. Teacher likes you. Okay, for one person also we can use here you object And for many person we can also use word you. Okay, for one person or for many person we will use here word you. All students like Raj and Rohan. Here Raj and Rohan names comes after verb. So all students like you. Here you object will come in place of Raj and Rohan. Okay. Yours. Yours word shows possession. Possessions of listener. Okay. Pen. This pen is of Tina. Whose pen is this? Tina. It is Tina's pen. This pen is of Tina. This pen is yours. Here Tina is listener. So here we will use pronoun yours. Here yours word shows possession of pen. Okay. This bag is of Tina. Whose bag is this? Tina. So this bag is yours. Tina is listener. So yours word shows possession of bag. Okay. Books. These books are of Tina and Raj. These books are yours. Here yours word shows possession of books. Okay. These books are of Tina and Raj. So listener is one person or many person. We will use here pronoun yours to show possession. To show possession. Okay. Gifts. These gifts are of Tina and Raj. These gifts are yours. Tina and Raj are listener. Okay. And yours word shows possession of gifts. Whose gifts are these? Tina and Raj. Okay. So here in place of Tina and Raj, we will use here pronoun yours. These gifts are yours. He. For boy, for man, we will use here pronoun he. He is subject. Okay, he is subject. For one boy, for one man, we will use here word he. He is a singular. And it is subject. He is subject. Vivek is a good boy. This boy name is Vivek. Vivek is a good boy. Here Vivek name. Vivek name come at the beginning of the sentence. So it is, and here we are talking about Vivek. So Vivek is subject. So in place of Vivek, we will use here pronoun he. Because for a boy, we will use here pronoun he. He is a good boy. Vivek always helps students. Here we are talking about Vivek. So Vivek is subject. Okay. So in place of Vivek, and Vivek is boy. So in place of Vivek, we use here pronoun he. He always helps students. Vivek writes neatly. Here we are talking about Vivek. So Vivek is subject. So in place of subject, we will use here pronoun he. He writes neatly. Okay. He is singular and subject. Him. For one boy or for one man, we will use here word him. Him is object. He is subject and him is object. Teacher likes Vivek. Okay. Teacher likes Vivek. Here Vivek name came after verb. So Vivek is on object place. So here object will come. Teacher likes him. I will write with Vivek. I will write with him. Here you can see Vivek word came after verb. So Vivek word is on object place. So in place of Vivek, we will use here pronoun him. Him is object. I will write with him. Okay. Tell Vivek to speak in English. Tell him to speak in English. Here Vivek word is after verb. So Vivek name is on the object place. So your object will come him in place of Vivek. Tell him to speak in English. His. His word shows possession of boy or man. Okay. For one man or for one boy. This class is of Vivek. Whose class is this? Vivek. This class is his. Here his word shows possession of class of Vivek, right? So in place of Vivek, we will use here pronoun his. It shows possession of class. Chocolates. These chocolates are of Vivek. These chocolates are his. Whose chocolate are these? Vivek. So in place of Vivek, we will write here his. His word shows possession of chocolates. Books. Those books are of Vivek. Those books are his. Here also word his show possession of books. Right? Whose books are those? Vivek. So here his word shows possession of books. She. For a girl and for a woman. We use here pronoun she. She is pronoun of one girl or one woman. Okay. It is subject. She is subject. Payal is a tall girl. She is Payal. Payal is a tall girl. Here we are talking about Payal. So Payal is subject. So in place of Payal, we will use here pronoun she, because she pronoun we will use for one girl. Okay. She is a tall girl. She is subject. beautiful. She is beautiful. In place of Payal, we will use here pronoun she. Payal is kind. She is kind. Here you can see here she words comes at the beginning of the sentence. Payal, Payal, and here also Payal. At the beginning of the sentence, and you can see here pronoun she and she also come at the beginning of the sentence. It is subject. Okay. Her. Her is object. She is subject and her is object. Her word also we can use for one girl or for one woman. It is object. Her pronoun is object. Chocolates. Please get some chocolates for Payal. Here you can see here Payal word comes after verb. Okay, at the end of the sentence. So your object will come. Please get some chocolates for her. I will play with Payal. I will play with Payal. I will play with her. Here you can see Payal word come after the verb. So it is object place. It is on object place. Here object will come. Her. I will play with her. Payal is a girl and it is an object place. So here we will use pronoun her in place of Payal. Teacher likes Payal. Teacher likes her. Okay, Payal word comes after the verb. So it is on object place. So here object will come. Her. Hers. Hers pronoun shows possession of a girl. Pen. This pen is of Payal. Whose pen is this? Payal. So here hers word shows possession of pen. This pen is hers. Okay, Payal is a girl and it shows possession. So to show possessions we will use here pronoun in place of Payal. So this pen is hers. Car. This car is of Payal. Whose car is this? Payal. This car is hers. Here hers word shows possession of car. Right? Laptop. This laptop is of Payal. Whose laptop is this? Payal. So here hers word shows possession of laptop. This laptop is hers. Hers pronoun shows possession of laptop. Okay. It. Beginning means it is on subject place. When we will use it pronoun, if we are talking about one animal or one non-living thing, we will use here pronoun it. Bench. Bench is hard. Here we are talking about bench, right? Non-living thing. So we will use here pronoun it in place of bench. So I will come capital. It is hard. And it is singular. So for one thing or for one animal, we will use here word it. Okay. Bench is used for sitting. Here bench, non-living thing is bench. So in place of bench, we will use here word eat because bench is on subject place. Okay. Here we are talking about bench. So bench is subject. So in place of subject, we will use here word eat. In place of bench, we will use here word eat. It is used for sitting. Bench is brown in color. Here we are talking about bench. So bench is subject. So in place of bench, we will use here word it. It is brown in color. Okay. For non-living thing or for animal, we will use here word it for singular, for one animal and for one thing. Okay. It and means here this it is on object place. Here you can see here I is small. That one is on object place will come. Students sit on bench. Here we are talking about bench. Okay. And here you can see bench word come after verb. So bench is on object place. So in place of bench we will use here object it. Students sit on it. Students take care of bench. Students take care of it. Okay, here bench is comes after verb. Take care. So it is on object place. So here object will come because here we are talking about bench. So it will come here. Okay, it pronoun will come here. Students eat lunch on bench. Students eat lunch on it. Okay, here bench word come after the pronoun, after the verb. So here bench is on object place. So here eat object will come. Students eat lunch on it. They. If we are talking about someone else for third person, for them we will use here word they. They means many person, more than one. Okay, and if we are talking about someone else, whether they are in presence or not, but we are talking about someone else. Okay, for more than two or more than one person, we will use here word they. They is subject. They is subject and it is plural. Here you can see three girls are there. Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Ritu, Swara and Shanaya are friends. Here we are talking about someone else. Ritu, Shanaya and Swara. Here I am not talking about myself. Right? Here I am talking about someone else. That name is Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Here more than one person is there. So we will use here word they. They is subject. Here we are talking about Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. So Ritu, Swara and Shanaya are subject. So in place of them we will use here word. We will use here pronoun they. They are friends. Ritu, Swara and Shanaya will go for walk. Here Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. More than one person, right? So here we are talking about Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Someone else. I am not speaking about myself. I am not included in this word. I am speaking about someone else. And they are more than one. See, Ritu, Swara and Shanaya will go for walk. So here they will come. Okay, Ritu, Swara and Shanaya are subject, and in place of subject we will use here pronoun they. They will go for walk. Ritu, Swara and Shanaya have chocolates. They have chocolates. Here we are talking about Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Okay, Ritu, Swara and Shanaya are subject. So in place of subject, we will use here pronoun they. They is on subject place. Okay, they have chocolates. They will come at the beginning of the sentence. Them. Teacher likes Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Here they word is subject and them is object. Okay, if we are speaking about someone else, if they are more than one person, and if we are talking about them and they are on the object place, then we will use here pronoun them. Them is object. Teacher likes them, right? This object will come after the verb, okay, at the end of the sentence. So we will use here teacher likes them word in place of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Okay, in place of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya we use here pronoun them. Gifts. These gifts to Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Give gifts to Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Give gifts to them. Here Ritu, Swara and Shanaya names comes after the verb. So they are on object place. So here object will come them. Give gifts to them. Okay. And object always comes at the end of the sentence. Tell story to Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Here also Ritu, Swara and Shanaya name comes after the verb. So Ritu, Swara and Shanaya are on object place. So here object them will come. Tell story to them. Theirs. Theirs word shows possession, right? Gifts. These gifts are of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Okay, whose gifts are these? Ritu, Swara and Shanaya, right? So these gifts are theirs. In place of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya, we will use here pronoun theirs. And theirs word shows possession of gifts. Pencils. These pencils are of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. So, whose pencils are these? Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Here, this word shows possession of pencils. These pencils are theirs. Books. These books are of Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. These books are theirs. Here, whose books are these? Ritu, Swara and Shanaya. Here this word shows possession of books. These books are theirs.